Welcome to my channel, Brainies. Today we are going to discuss about the topic the functional areas of the cerebral cortex. Cerebral cortex. It is the outermost layer of the brain and it is responsible for many higher cognitive functions. It is divided into various functional areas and each and every one is associated with specific functions. The cerebral cortex is responsible for higher level processes of human brain including language, memory, reasoning, thought process, learning, decision making, emotion, intelligence, and personality. Let us just see the various lobes of the cerebrum. So, the lobes are broadly categorized into four types. It includes frontal lobe, parietal lobe, temporal lobe, and occipital lobe. Frontal lobe lies anteriorly and occipital posteriorly. In between, you have parietal and temporal lobes. BRODMAN'S areas of the cerebral cortex. The cerebral cortex was originally classified by Brodmann into 52 different areas. So, hence, it was mentioned as BRODMAN'S areas. Not all of these areas are anatomically correlate to function. Only few of the functions are very important. So, these are the following. The first one is the motor cortex, that is being indicated by the Brodmann's area number 4, 6 and 8. The next is the primary somatosensory cortex that corresponds to Brodmann's area number 3, 1 and 2. Secondary sensory cortex which indicates the Brodmann's area number 5 and 7. Visual cortex area number 17, 18 and 19. Auditory cortex, it is area number 41 and 42. So this is a picture depicting the motor and sensory regions of the cerebral cortex. So this is the motor area and this is the premotor cortex, prefrontal cortex. This is the Broca's area. This is the auditory area which is included in the auditory cortex, and this is the somatosensory area, and this is the visual area and visual association area, and this is the Wernicke's area. Let us just see one by one in detail. Motor cortex. So the primary motor cortex it has been located in the precentral gyrus of the frontal lobe. It has been referred by the number Brodmann area number 4 and it is responsible for the execution of voluntary movement. It contains anterior 2/3 of the paracentral lobule. This secondary motor cortex, it includes four regions. It includes the supplementary motor cortex, premotor cortex, frontal eye field and posterior parietal motor area. So rostrally to this inferior part of the primary cortex, motor speech area is located. It is situated in the frontal gyrus, that too specifically in the inferior frontal gyrus, and it has been represented by the number area number 44 and 45. This lesion of this particular area can cause motor aphasia. The next one is the premotor area, which has been indicated by the area number 6. This area number 6, it strips rostrally to the motor area, that is on the lateral side of the hemisphere, lateral surface of the cerebral hemisphere. Part of this is located in the medial surface also, and hence it is called a supplementary area. This premotor cortex, it is essential for planning of the movements. That is, it sends information to the primary motor cortex, which again starts the execution of the movement. The next one is the frontal eye field, which has been represented by the number area number 8. It has a significant role in the movements of the eye bulb. The next is the sensory cortex. So this includes the following important areas: primary somatosensory area, secondary somatosensory area, primary visual field, secondary visual field, primary acoustic area, that is the auditory field. The next is the primary olfactory field, primary gustatory field and primary vestibular field. The primary somatosensory area, it has been located in the postcentral gyrus, that is the last third portion of the paracentral lobule, and it has been indicated by the number 312 of Brodmann. The secondary somatosensory area, it is placed anterior to central sulcus, that is along with its edge. So the sensory fibers that conduct nociceptive sensibility, that is the pain, it ends here. The next is a visual area. Visual area has been located in the occipital lobe and it has been represented by the number 17. And the secondary visual area, which is called as psychovisual areas, that is, it is used for the interpretation of the vision. So that has been indicated by the number BRODMANN'S area number 18 and 19. The next comes is the primary acoustic area, that is the auditory area. It has been located in the superior temporal gyrus, which is also called as Heschel gyri, and it has been represented by the number area number 41 and 42. The next is the primary olfactory area, which is situated in the piriform cortex, that is in between the insula and temporal lobe. And the next comes the gustatory area, which is situated in the most inferior parts of the postcentral gyrus and the adjacent parts of the insula. The next is the vestibular area. It is situated in the superior temporal gyrus. The next is the associative area, which is found on the mutual border of the parietal, occipital and temporal lobe. This area contains the supramarginal gyrus and the angular gyrus, that is area number 39 and 40, and also the posterior part of the superior temporal gyrus, that is area number 22, which is also indicated as Wernicke's area. So which is responsible for the process of speech, reading, writing and visual orientation. So these are the various functional areas of the cerebral cortex, which has been indicated with depicted with a diagram. So the first one, this is being responsible for higher motor functions, higher mental functions like planning, judgment, emotional expression, etc. And this is a motor functional area. And this is a Broca's area, which I told you it is situated in the inferior frontal gyrus. Inability to this causes aphasia. And this is a motor functional area. This is the association areas. This is the association areas responsible for short-term memory and emotion. And this is the sensory area, which is located in the postcentral gyrus, area number 1, 2, 3, that has been indicated as 3, 1, 2. And the next one is the auditory area. So you could see it here. That is the acoustic field. And areas 8 is the Wernicke's area. And this is the somatosensory area. And this is the visual area, which is area number 17, 18 and 19. And this is the cerebellum, which has been responsible for coordination, balance, posture and equilibrium. So associative cortex in the inferior surface of the temporal lobe, that is which is responsible for the face recognition. If any patient suffers from the lesion of this area, they may not be able to recognize the faces. The next is a prefrontal associative area, which extends through the biggest portion of the frontal lobe. That is, it covers area number 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 and also 45 and 46. It occupies approximately 25% of the entire cerebral cortical area. It has been divided into lateral, medial and ventral part, and the entire area has been responsible for cognitive thinking, judgment, motivation, emotions and the planning of the behavior. That's it with today's class. Thank you so much for watching. Kindly support by subscribing and sharing. Meet you all in next video. Thank you once again.